Welcome to Cliffhangers and Cocktails podcast with Amy Sissel, me, and my co-host,
J.M. McLeod, me.
We are both USA Today best-selling authors of paranormal women's fiction, among other things. And this podcast is brought to you, as always, by the Caftan Coven.
Woo! Today's episode is going to be another short podcast or mini-sode.
Or moony-sode.
Moony-sode.
Foreshadowing.
Dun, dun, dun. Where we discuss a single topic relating to the craft, whether it be craft cocktails, witchcraft, or writing craft. And these are great to listen to when you have limited time or you want to focus on a specific topic. So today's topic is the full supermoon coming up. Hence, MOONYSODE! Woo! And I want everyone to know it was you that came up with the MOONYSODE.
Oh, I want everyone to know that too.
Yeah.
100%. I told Shea I was going to say it to an obnoxious degree during this episode. So,
and I kind of encouraged you, I think.
Well, you didn't discourage me.
I didn't
so
discourage you.
Thing,
so
right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So the full moon that we're talking about, the upcoming full moon, is this week. And it is the last full moon of 2025. It's December 4th, Thursday. At, what does it say? 3:14 p.m. Pacific time. Or 5:15 p.m. Portugal time, which sounds like it's only 2 hours apart. But I'm assuming there's some kind of earth rotational shit happening.
There's earth rotational shit and like
I'm an astronomer.
I mean, I don't really know, but yeah, I actually had to look it up because I'm like, I bet it's not just 8 hours ahead because, that would not make sense. Because I will see the moon at a different time than you will see the moon. So, yeah, I was right. It was at a different time. So I'm glad I looked them both up.
I'm excited that you wrote down the times. That's so cool.
Well, it just seemed like a thing to do.
It's not only the last full moon of 2025, it is the third of 3 supermoons in a row, which means that's when the moon is extra special close to us.
Yes, extra close and extra shiny.
Us.
Yeah.
Big looking. It's also, the moon is always super. So, we're not saying that this is a time when she's more super, which means she's less super at other times.
She's just extra.
She's extra close to us, bathing us in her beautiful light.
Absolutely.
Did that sound wooey?
Sounds so wooey.
I was really going in for that.
I'm here for it. It sounds very wooey and very moony. So this is called the cold moon, which totally makes sense because it's cold AF this time of year. So that's kind of a U.S. designation, actually, because we use the almanac that we use here uses the Mohawk designated name, which is the cold moon. But there's a lot of other indigenous names, like the Mohicans called it the long night moon, since it's one of the longest nights of the year, being the closest to solstice. And it's also, I didn't realize this, but it's really interesting because December's full moon actually stays above the horizon longer than other full moons during the year.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
I had no idea until I was doing this research. So there's a lot of other indigenous names for the moon, like snow moon and hoarfrost moon, and it all has to do with obviously it being cold and there being snow and there being frost. In Europe, though, pagans referred to this as the moon before Yule.
Which honestly, I can see why we would have gone in other directions, because that's boring, yo.
I would have thought the Celts at least would have had a really cool name for it, but no. My people just didn't, the Vikings should have a really cool name for this. Maybe they do.
They probably do, but the moon is a boy,
Well,
in in older Norse mythology, the sun is female and the moon is male. And so, I don't know.
Because Vikings do what they want.
That part doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Because obviously, if you've looked at the moon, she's a lady.
She is a lady. I mean, the man in the moon, no. It's a lady in the moon. No.
He wishes he was in the
He
moon.
wishes he was. um,
Sorry. Right.
that got
Okay.
derailed.
Yes.
Right. And
Surprisingly.
we already covered the whole orbit thing. Yeah, where it's closest.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
I just thought that was so interesting. All these interesting, cool names for the moon. Like some of them
Yeah.
are really out there depending on the name and where they were located. But then the moon before Yule. I just like, because of course we did. Um, so it symbolizes the cold supermoon symbolizes stillness and clarity, which is actually really like, because if you think about like a cold winter's night, there's a stillness to it. There's a crispness to it, so
Oh,
it
I
kind
love that.
of jives. Yeah. So it's a powerful time to pause and reflect, rest and renew. And combining the whole stillness of the winter with the introspection of the cold moon, but amplified by the supermoon energy. And we've been talking about this, about releasing what no longer serves you. This is still a good time to just keep releasing all that. Because oftentimes when you start releasing stuff, you're like, oh, wait, I have more. But
Where did
wait,
that come
there's
from? Oh, it was
more.
underneath that other stuff?
Yeah. And then, yeah, so just keep doing that and preparing for that new cycle ahead. So it's a really potent time for inner work, spiritual growth, and setting your intentions for the future and opening your mind to new ideas. So,
So with all of that, it's because it is a time of reflection and
mm-hmm,
release, it's also a really great time to do some of those rituals.
mm-hmm,
That first of all, like just to interject, just to
mm,
derail, just to go sideways. I have
let's
two
do it.
sidecars, not the drink, alas. But my first sidecar is if any of y'all have a great thing that you've heard for the December full moon,
Mm,
like drop it in the comments, DM me. I want to know, like, what have you heard besides the moon before Yule? Like in your culture, in your family, in your region, what is this called?
oh, yeah.
Because I know there's other awesome stuff that we
Mm-hmm.
don't know about. I know it's hard to believe
Absolutely.
that there's stuff we don't know.
Wait, what? We don't know everything?
I know, right? I'm shocked as well.
What?
Shocked. But then the other thing is just taking that image of like that stillness of a December full moon, like it's night and it's dark and it's deep dark because it's December and the sun's
Mm-hmm.
been down a minute, and just walking outside, especially if it's you've got like that crisp of frost or snow,
Mm-hmm.
or like if you're sad and you have lots of snow. Although I understand some people like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that stillness is
Mm-hmm.
such, like when Shaya said that a little bit ago, I was like, I was shoved there because
Yeah.
that's such just a visceral
Yeah.
feeling, and I can smell the cold,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really cool. And I just wanted to interject and say how much I love that imagery that you brought up for me. And
Oh,
now
you're welcome.
back to the
I did
program.
it. I did it just for you, of course. So, rituals. What rituals can we do? Because this is a good time to incorporate rituals that are focused on shadow work, reflection, rest, and growth. So I think self-care is a really good, but I mean, the shadow work, the deep work, the introspection. I read about a night of silence. I've heard about this before, and I don't think there's any way I could personally pull this off. But some people
No comment.
some people will do a night of silence ritual, which it's just one of the simplest cold moon rituals. It's a chance for people to escape sort of the chaos of the external world and embrace that darkness and that stillness. So if you begin in like a dark, quiet room without distractions, no TV, no radio, anything like that, you can play like some music, like cozy music, light a candle, pour yourself a cup of tea, and just create this cozy little dark atmosphere. And then use this time to sort of connect with yourself, like feel your feelings, reflect on the year that's gone by. And you can journal, you can meditate, you can practice some divination if that's your jam, whatever floats your boat. But it's just this time to sort of almost sort of like cocoon yourself a little bit.
I really like the idea of this night of silence.
Mm-hmm.
And Samhain has recently passed. By the time this comes out, it'll be what, 5 weeks-ish,
Something like
a
that.
little over a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the rituals or one of the traditions that can be done during Samhain is
Mm-hmm.
the
The
what is it?
silent feast or the
The silent feast, the dumb
dumb
feast.
feast or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I just think it's really interesting because so much ritual and so much of the traditions around this time of year, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, obviously
Mm-hmm.
in 6 months, Southern Hemisphere people, you can be quiet. But it's not come bossy. I didn't mean it that way. Um, Southern Hemisphere must hate me, like the whole thing. The whole hemisphere
Like
hates me.
she doesn't even know where we are.
Yeah, so when it's Christmas for you next June,
Yeah.
um, no, how much silence is a part
Mm.
of ritual and
Hmm.
practice this time of year. And it's because it is such a good time to spend time with you. Like
Hmm.
Shea said, do that shadow work,
Hmm.
like look inside and just like get cozy with yourself.
Hmm.
And it's not a time for throwing a lot of stuff out there. It's a time for taking in and reflecting
Hmm.
and just having, I'm gonna have quiet rituals all the time now in my house.
Like, sorry, don't bug me. I am having a quiet ritual. I love it. I love it.
You don't
Um,
talk to me, I'm quiet.
I am quiet. Um, the next thing you can do is create an altar for the season. Now I know you do seasonal altars quite a bit. Um,
I did. I'm
yeah,
still working out spacing issues here.
right.
Right now, it's in my closet.
Well, you know.
And most of my stuff is still arriving in 8 to 12 weeks, as it has been for the last 11 weeks. The
Jeez.
stuff isn't here yet, y'all.
So I typically don't do seasonal altars. I have a sort of altar, I guess you could say, but I don't tend to. Well, I kind of changed it up a little bit, but not much. So uh you can incorporate greenery for the time of year, candles. The colors of this super moon are white, black, green, and silver. And then, of course, any other Yuletide decorations that resonate with you. And do you have you in the past done a an altar for this season?
I've done like some of the greenery and
Hmm.
more fancy candles.
Yeah.
But typically what I tend to do is kind of
Hmm.
switch out some of the like stuff that has once been alive.
Mm.
Like dried herbs and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Okay.
I'll switch that out.
Mm.
Or like when I was younger and had a lot more space for myself because no one else was there. Um, I I did a lot more like color,
Oh, yeah.
um, like altar cloth colors and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but right now I have one candle and some birthday candles.
There you go. I mean, that's the thing. If you don't have fancy candles, use birthday candles. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all about intention and what works for you. And
Yep.
so, yeah, you can change out the altar cloths. I have a friend who does that. She changes out her altar cloths for this season. And mine, everything is just sort of lined up at the on the top of the mantles. So like it's mostly crystals, a candle, And then, of course, as we move toward Yule, um, I do put up some little decorations, but that's not really so much on the altar as adjacent to the altar.
Maybe I'll take a picture of my little closet altar and post it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
you totally should. Because, not everyone has tons of space for a big ass altar, right?
Mhm.
So, it would be,
It's not really even a closet, it's more of an external wardrobe situation, but
yeah,
it works perfectly, this little spot.
excellent. Yeah, you should definitely post that because, altars for small spaces, that's really
Hmm.
a cool thing. Um, so setting intentions and blessings is all also like it's pretty common for people to set intentions for the upcoming like year because even though in the wheel of the year for like witchcraft and Celtic uh it starts with Samhain is actually the new year. But we're kind of growing up in this Western culture. So for us, this is really kind of the end of the year. So it works on both counts is but I thought it was interesting with the blessing. So you can set your intentions and do your divination, like draw cards. Lots of people will draw. I know you draw cards for the upcoming year. Um,
Yes.
uh, but you can also speak blessings for people. This is the time of year when they would speak blessings. So, like, each of your loved ones, you could speak a blessing on them. You can do this with them or by yourself. And then you can also speak blessings on yourself. I'm like, this is really cool. I like this. So, something you wish for them for the new year, something that um, will
More
help
silent
them. Yeah.
rituals. Oh no.
So, yeah. I mean, sure, that too. I guess that would be one that you speak on yourself, right?
Yes.
Now, what kind of like I know you do the divination and you do tarot cards. Like do you do it for the whole like the following like the year ahead type of a thing?
So on Samhain, that is what I did
Yeah.
is as part of my ritual for Samhain,
Uh-huh.
is I did my whole, I mean, and I could talk a little bit more about what my Samhain ritual looked like, because
Mm-hmm.
we taped our Samhain episode before Samhain,
Yeah.
obviously. Um, but one of the things I do is the divination for the year ahead and kind of
Mm-hmm.
like ask those questions, where am I going? What's happening? And
Mm-hmm.
I did like a 9 card spread that it's my spread. It's not one that I got out of a book. And
Mm-hmm.
so I did that for these 3 different areas of my life. And then what I do is if there's a card that I'm like, I don't know how this is fitting for me,
Right. Mm-hmm.
I have an oracle deck nearby and I'll draw a card and put it on top of
Okay.
that as like
For
a clarifying card.
clarification. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I did that for what is the next year going to look like for me in these 3 aspects of my life, my 3 priorities. And I know we've talked about what our priorities are for the upcoming
Mm-hmm.
year. So I
Mm-hmm.
took my 3 priorities and separated them out and I'm like, what is each? Here's my um where I am, where I need to be and how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
For each of those things. And so I do that. And then if I need
Cool.
clarification, I will add another card to it. So
Okay.
that's what I do at the beginning of every year. And then I try to,
Mm.
most days, draw a card just for the day where I'm just like, how's today going to go? Or if I want to be specific, like, how is today going to go for this specific thing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I try
Cool.
to like keep up and like
Yeah.
in budgetary terms, like you do mid-year adjustments,
Yeah.
like pass your budget, like if you're a city government, you pass your budget, and then a couple of months later, you'll do a budgetary adjustment as you start to realize what the realities are looking like and like what money
Yeah.
did you have left over because you pass your budget before the year starts.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
then 4 months later, you're in your budget year, and then you have to adjust, and then you do it
Right.
again in about 6 months. So like that's
Ah,
my
haha.
divinatory adjustments that I like to do a couple
I
times a year
like it. That is so cool. I
because
love
things
that idea.
change.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, different opportunities come up or things don't work out or various excitements come about like I don't know, breaking your foot, for instance. Deciding to move to Portugal like a year earlier than you planned.
Could we not talk about just me on this podcast? This is not all about me.
Okay, fine. You suddenly get chronic illness for the rest of your existence and it's annoying. How about that?
Well, the existence isn't over yet.
No, that's true. And I mean, yeah, chronic pain
Unless
threw
we're
me for a
zooming
big
from
loop.
beyond the veil.
Oh, maybe. That's possible. No, I mean, seriously, like I kept having all these plans thinking I would be well because my chronic pain it's a thing that happens post-surgery. To some people, it's not common, but it does happen. And but here's the thing. It usually resolves itself within a few months. And mine is going on 4 years.
As long as I
Past
know
four
you,
years.
almost.
Yeah,
More, has it
almost.
been?
Yeah.
No, I've known you longer
No,
than
no,
that.
no, no. You've known me longer than that. So I had pain from another
That's right.
surgery, but that one wasn't completely stopping me from, I could still do things,
Hmm.
and it, yes, there was pain, but it wasn't like, now this is like this has severely restricted what I'm able
Yeah.
to do. So yeah, I keep making plans and then I have to adjust because I've been overly enthusiastic about what what I can do. So yes, I too must sometimes do a, what do you call it, a review, budget review.
Realignment
Realignment, yes, budget realignment. Because I'm
or
like, oh,
adjustment, but yeah, something
yeah,
like that. Adjust
yeah,
and realign.
yeah. Definitely. That's been the biggest one. Yeah.
Um, so I mean, something else that you can do is a cord cutting ritual.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't like just to release those attitudes and those ideas that no longer serve you.
Hmm.
And this can be very literal. Like
Yeah.
you have your cord, you're like, this is what this cord represents. Snip. Like it
Yep.
does like as simple or as complicated as you want to make it.
Hmm.
But I think this is a really good time when you're doing that realignment to be like, what am I hanging my hat on that really I shouldn't be?
Yeah.
Because things change.
Hmm. Yeah. What are you holding on to? Like whether it's attitudes or ideas or maybe commitments um that no longer serve you. Like what are um and where should your energy be going? Maybe you're putting energy into something that it's just sucking you dry. And I've had to do that too in order to focus on the things that are truly like the priorities. I've had to let some things go as well.
And the moon, she doesn't want you to feel like that. The
No,
moon, she
she don't.
loves you.
She
She's so
don't.
close right now. She just
Mm.
wants to bathe you in her beautiful silver
Mm-hmm.
light.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um,
Oh, I saw you had a drink.
oh yeah.
What are you
So
drinking? Segway.
segue.
Excellent.
Woohoo. So yeah, so this is the remains here of a full moon martini. And we were talking about this earlier. Um, we picked out this because it's so pretty. It just looks like a moon in this, like a full moon in the sky. Um, and we're gonna put the recipe in the show notes, but it's just vodka, pomegranate liqueur. And the original recipe called for blue glitter. We used pea flower, butterfly pea flower instead. And then your large ice sphere. So it's just basically a martini. With and the energy is protection, rebirth, and tranquility. And so the ingredients, so it's the vodka that brings in the protection, the resilience, the pomegranate in the liqueur, fertility, life, death, rebirth, and prosperity. And we talked a
We've
lot
been
about,
drinking a lot of
we've been drinking
pomegranate
a lot of pomegranate.
recently.
And then the blue, the color blue. So butterfly pea flowers don't um, necessarily have in and of themselves like a magical resonance, but their color does. And that's healing, patience, communication, truth, wisdom, and tranquility. The tranquility especially just really goes with this. And it's associated, the color blue is associated with the throat chakra, which we were just talking with Samantha, our third Coven member, about the chakras.
It's out. Go listen to it.
Yeah, it was a great episode. And so it's associated with the throat chakra, which governs self-expression and can be used in rituals and color magic to promote calm, honesty, and a sense of inner peace. So I really love the magical energies of that color and that the butterfly pea flower brings into the drink. But we both agreed that we weren't super excited about the flavor.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And mine doesn't look as pretty as Shay's because I don't have a cool glass that worked really well. So mine, it was very pretty though. Like beautiful. Look at that beautiful color for those of you who can't see it. Because
it's just, it's a sphere, it's a big sphere ice. That's just sat in the middle of this pool of, now because of the pomegranate liqueur, it is more sort of a dark purple liquid instead of like blue that the glitter would make it. But we wanted to go with something more natural. And it still looks gorgeous. It looks like it's in like an evening sky or something. It's just stunning. Yeah.
It was darker earlier, but the ice melting is really good.
Mine was too. So what I'm finding as the ice melts, it's a little less obnoxious because it's watering it down a little bit. But by your face, you're saying. So
neither of us are really overjoyed by the flavors of this. And we have set ourselves homework.
We have. And
because we love you.
We love you. So we're going to do some homework. And we have agreed that I am going to try some different, replacing the pomegranate with some different juices. I'm thinking pear is one of them I'd like to try, and seeing what I can do with both the energies and the flavor. And your assignment is?
Well, I want to keep the pomegranate, and not just because there's 5 million pomegranates in my life, but also I'm not a huge vodka fan. And so I want to try switching out the vodka with something else and keeping the pomegranate. And I want it to have the same look.
Right.
I want to have the same look. I want it to have a lot of the same energy, the protection, the tranquility, the prosperity. But I want to find a flavor that I like and that looks that pretty, like the midnight sky with the moon. Or in my case, the way that the ice cubes come out from the little filling hole looks kind of like a bulb.
Yes, it does actually. So that's our homework for ourselves, which we are going to share with you. We might do a mini-sode on it, or do you think you're going to put it into? Well, this is a mini-sode, so
this is a moony-sode.
This is a moony-sode. So I imagine we might do a separate little, or do you think you'll put it into this one when we do our experiment?
You know what? It'll be a surprise for everyone.
Yeah.
It might not be a surprise for the people who are listening to this because they may already know. They know before we already know.
Yes, exactly. Because we obviously record.
Oh my God, you guys can see the future.
Woo! You're magic. So, so that's what we're going to do. We have homework. We're doing this for you. We are sacrificing ourselves, our taste buds, our wallets, and our
selfless.
Our alcohol retaining abilities.
Our livers.
Our livers, that's it. We're sacrificing our livers for you because we love you. And that's just who we are as people.
Also for science.
For science.
Yay.
Yes. So we will let you know the results.
Or you may already know them.
Or you may already know them because we may have already told you by now because you're in the future.
If you know, you should let us know so we don't have to do as much work.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
That's how it works, right?
Absolutely.
100%.
So,
as always, y'all, thank you so much
yes,
for joining us for our Moony-sode.
Yes.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on your, like, what cocktails you're going to be drinking this month as you come up towards Yule and the calendar New Year. Like, what are you doing? How are you celebrating?
Yes.
Let us know. DM us on Instagram. Drop a comment. And as always, don't forget to rate, review, share, and
smash that like button.
like and subscribe.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.